The most focus I can manage on a weekend morning is the newspaper, the dogs, the baby, and a pot of coffee, which is one of many reasons I didn't go to med school.
Well, one U of L surgeon's been welcoming medical school students into his home on Sunday mornings for the last 20 years to teach them the fine art of suturing. U of L's Mark Hebert has the details. Hey, Mark.
Everybody would think that stitching is no big deal for these medical school students, right? Yeah, you know how to do it, right? Don't you do that at home on the weekends, Terry?
Oh, my goodness. That would be tough.
So this all started when this surgeon, Morton Kasdan, had a couple students show up at his door like 20 years ago and said, hey, we aren't learning how to suture and how to do stitching. Can you teach us? He invited these couple of students in, and ever since then, these students have just been showing up on Sunday mornings, and he's been opening his home to these students to do suturing and teach them a little bit, and teach them a little bit about the medical field. So here's the story with Morton Kasdan.
This just might be one of the cleanest woodworking shops in Louisville, almost clean enough to be an operating room for these second-year University of Louisville medical school students. It's a Sunday morning, and they're in the basement of Dr. Morton Kasdan's house, not doing woodwork, but learning how to tie knots on ShamWow cloths.
This will be the first half, and for the two-handed knot, this will be the first half.
Yeah. The students call this Suture Sunday, learning a skill they won't get in the first few years of medical school, how to do surgical suturing and stitches.
Just learning how to suture obviously is helpful. It makes you a standout medical student, and it makes you a better resident because you're not struggling to learn how to do the basic surgical skills.
I just thought this is a pretty necessary skill to have, and I'd rather learn it now in this environment than wait until I'm thrown into an actual surgery and I'd flounder. So I'd rather do it now.
Dr. Kasdan is a world-class hand and plastic surgeon, a U of L graduate, teacher, and physician. It was about 20 years ago when first and second year medical school students started dropping by his house for free lessons that they weren't getting in the classroom.
I just always enjoyed teaching. I've always liked it, whether it be woodworking or the suturing skills.
Eventually, Suture Sunday got too big, with too many students wanting in. Now there's a more formal process, with 90 medical students applying for 60 slots, which are chosen by lottery. 4 Sundays, 4 breakfast, and lessons from Dr. Kasdan.
Nurses are the backbone of the hospital, so whatever you want to do, you want to get along with the nurses.
And some older students who have done this before.
It's a very cool thing to get to do as a medical student. It's something that's different. It's not the structure of the classroom. It's a special thing to get to participate in, and I think students recognize that.
Yeah, I think he really has the best interest for us, especially when we start each session with tips from him and information from him. And I think whatever we end up doing will make us successful in all of our rotations when we get into the hospital, actually.
It's really speaks towards his generosity and his dedication to teaching, to do it for groups of students month on month on month, just every year, just out of his own desire to share. So that's pretty incredible, I think.
It's a real joy to us. I mean, it's a lot of fun. I mean, you know, whether you call it giving back, but I don't feel it's giving back. I just really enjoy it. I wouldn't do it if I didn't like it. And they wouldn't be here on Sunday morning if they didn't like it.
Giving back, it really is giving back, Dr. Kasdan. I mean, that's just awesome.
Yeah, not exactly the same as tying off a boat at the dock.
No, or tying your shoes.
Yeah.
No, just a little bit different. A little more consequences, too, if you don't do it right.
Exactly
so,
right.
But that's awesome. I mean, what he's doing for these medical school students, and they're learning a lot, too.
What else is up this week at U of L?
Well, if you like good music, and you like free music, I know you like free stuff, Terry. Terry, as cheap as you are. I know.
That's so true.
The next 2 nights at the University of Louisville School of Music, there are 3 different concerts going on. Tonight at 8, the Wind Ensemble with the British wind conductor Tim Rainish is starting at 8. And then if you don't like that, you can move over half an hour to the Byrd Auditorium to the String Chamber Ensemble, which is going on at 8:30 tonight. And then tomorrow night, the Guitar Ensemble at the University of Louisville School of Music is playing tomorrow night. So all free, and you can just stop by and enjoy the music of the season.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you guys too.
Sewing it up.
Yeah, sewing it up, baby.
You can hear more great stories and interviews about the University of Louisville on U of L Today with Mark Hebert every Monday and Tuesday night at 6 on 93.9 FM, as well as on Louisville's Government Access Channel, Metro TV, and statewide on KET-KY throughout the week.
For more information on U of L, go to louisville.edu.